Totally Beverages.
And sometimes hot sauce.
That is a tasty root beer.
Coffee.
Water.
Cerveza.
Mountain Dew.
Beverages.
Beverages.
Beverages hot sauce.
Beverages.
Beverages.
Beverages hot sauce.
Oh, welcome to Totally Beverages and Sometimes Hot Sauce, the show that was almost called K-Cups with Roro. I'm Psychic Andy, but you can call me Roro. Right over here, this man right here, the beautiful, stunned, blue-eyed Barbadan, Jojo. How you feeling tonight?
I'm calling in from an undisclosed location and I'm feeling appropriate.
I am glad to see that you had to set up in the old storage unit. That's great.
That's right. I'm
You out in the valley?
sitting between. Sorry?
Are you out in the valley?
I'm out in the valley. San Fernando, just kicking it in a public storage unit. It's no AC, no ventilation. They say you're not supposed to live here, but I'm going to give them a run for their money. We'll see how she floats.
You got a nice little couch in there or something. What's going on in there? What's with the new location?
I got a folding chair. I've got an elliptical, a bike rack. I got some DVDs and some paper bags. A molcajete.
What is that
I'm ready.
exactly?
What's a molcajete? Oh,
Yeah.
Actually, for this podcast, it's a traditional stone bowl you can use to mash peppers to make salsa.
Oh, yes. How's
Yeah,
everybody
algunos
doing out
otros,
there tonight? I see some familiar faces out in the chat. Oh, thank you for the belated birthday. I had a wonderful birthday. When was that? Yesterday. I appreciate the birthday wishes. And Jojo and I hopped on just for a few minutes yesterday, and we played a little root beer tapper, and we chatted with all y'all. That was
stuff.
super fun too. I'm loving those. Can we call it like a casual thing or something like that? Those little
a casual
streams are
thing.
fun.
It's a beautiful thing. It's great to see people from other time zones come out and support, and we get to chat a lot more with you all in those moments. Rubber was really crushing it on the root beer tapper.
I'm learning.
I took my own The Cup for its maiden voyage that day. Went great.
Super, super. I can't believe
So great I went back.
for you people that remember, if you were here last week with Chris Farron's The Cup, Jojo already got his. That's kind of crazy.
Oh yeah, it is. Look, his record company was slow on the uptake. They weren't down with The Cup supposedly, but that's for sure. So
Jojo, you're
you see
frozen.
me?
Yeah, well,
My
you're a little
connection
bit
trash.
frozen. Yeah, you're a little frozen. That's okay. Kim's asking if your tum-tum is okay, because yesterday you had a little one in the house that was yakking, and we were pretty certain that you would be yakking next, if not tonight, which is my hope. Sorry. Yep, there's Jojo, just frozen for a moment in time. All right, Jojo, while
I'm back.
You're back. Okay, you're back. You're serious. You okay?
I'm back
Were
and
you
I'm
yakking?
serious. The landlord just came through and said you're not supposed to be in here doing this kind of thing. But
I understand.
landlord's
completely.
cat.
Was it the
This is a
Ethernet
real-
cable running down the hallway that gave it away?
Yeah, exactly. It looks like thought I was running like a maquiladora out of here, just cables and everything else just running through. Not to mention, I had to put in a water line to stay hydrated in here.
Did you bring your cats, or is that like a security cat?
That's an alley cat. That's cat alley. That's right. It's a security cat. Wow, this is going great. My son was
goodness.
throwing up. I heard you talking about it. My tum-tum is okay.
Good.
Nobody else got sick. We used Roro's family bullshit recipe of
Not bullshit at all. Did you do it?
Well, I did. We got 100% Welch's grape juice
Correct.
and put a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar in there.
Yes.
And it worked, I think, because I didn't throw up.
There you
and
go.
nobody
See, it
else
works.
did.
100% Welch's
It's a
Grape
preventative.
Concord plus a half teaspoon of Bragg's apple cider vinegar, and you're good to go. Look, no one else is puking. I think it works.
That's true. You can Google, if you forget that recipe, you can Google it and you just scroll past all like the WebMD entries that say it's real.
It's bullshit.
And you go straight to whatever. It's like vacuums and yoga. It's like it's like that is a holistic mom's blog that will show you that this is a solid and it worked. So why am I shitting on it? I didn't throw up.
Yeah.
Now we're all enjoying the rest of this grape.
Yeah, it's great to have grape juice every once in a while in the house. That's kind of the only time I get it in the house is when there's the fear of people puking in the house, and then I always forget how much I like it. It's great. All right.
Can you hear me at all?
You are freezing up a little bit, Jojo.
Okay,
While
great.
you are frozen in time a little bit, let's check in with the vision board for a minute, if that sounds good. Let me see here. Okay. This is where we left off last week. As you can see, there's a lot still on the vision board. Kind of everything is still on the vision board. I don't think we've made any dreams come true just yet. I wanted to add one thing. I really got the Tapper bug playing that yesterday. And I was trying to get over 10,000 points yesterday. I did it. I'm going to put on the vision board 20,000 points on Tapper. That's my goal. I think it can be done. And if I'm going to be completely honest, I think we need some things here that we can start moving over to the Dreams Come True board. It's really light over here. Would you agree?
It's
Jojo's
too
doing-
low. I hate seeing it empty like that. Oh boy,
It's horrible.
this is going great.
The good news, though,
My
great
connection
news,
is about as solid as this Dream Comes True board.
The good news is though is we're very close to getting this Twitch affiliate thing moved over there, which again we don't really understand. We don't know what it means, but we do know it's an important step on our journey of being the reigning food and beverage kings on Twitch. And look how goddamn close we are. You need 50 followers. We got 158. You need to have streamed 8 hours in the month. We're at 7.4 right now, which means we're going to knock that out tonight. Then we got to stream 7 days per month. This will make that 5. So we just need to stream 2 more. Then you need an average of 3 concurrent viewers. We're crushing that at 28.5. I don't even know exactly what that means, but after tonight, all we need to do is stream 2 more days this month, and we are affiliates. And I think we're making serious dough then, Jojo. Like the crazy, crazy dough. The kind of dough that we're going to be able to do crazy things on this show.
They just start paying us? We just give them our bank account?
Yes. Don't forget to follow us on our socials. T-Bash Live, TikTok. Some great talks over there. Instagram. And then I think that's all I got with the vision board and whatnot. Let me pull that back. Let me see your sweet face, Jojo.
Hi.
Yeah.
Look, we're gonna get visions up on that board. We have so many dreams, they can't even fit on that board right now. And so we are going to need all of your help to move them over. And we'll be taking a step at a time though. We appreciate all the support so far.
Here's the thing. There's 2 achievable goals this week. One is getting that affiliate thing over, which I think that just means we need to stream 2 more times, which I think we should just knock that out. Or I can get that 20,000 points on Root Beer Tapper, which that might be a stream in itself. We might be able to move the first 2 things over next week. That's my hope. That's my big hope. All right. Well, let's move on. Jojo, let me just check in on you. How are you there? There does seem to be a delay communicating with you as well. Or are you just figuring stuff out over there?
It's a little bit of both. I'm trying to get some connection issues sorted out. I'm just doing what we can here to make that happen. Otherwise, I'm doing pretty good, you know? I had a nice weekend with Mr. Snackers. It was good to have him back from Ducky Daycare. Got to wish you a happy birthday. That was really swell. And you know, and I've been enjoying some more temperate weather. It's allowed me to relax my own beverage profile this past week. I feel like I can just do some really, mostly waters and room temperature coffee is really what's happening, and it's felt okay.
I'm glad
How are
you're
you
back to
doing?
I'm glad you're back to your old stuff. I'm doing
Did you
great.
have any? Did you have any special birthday bevs?
Last night we went out, Elizabeth and I I was drinking old fashions.
How
And
many?
it hit it pretty hard. I actually only had two, but they were real strong. Yeah, I was feeling a little bit hungover today actually, but had a really lovely time. Yeah, that was my beverage profile yesterday though. Old fashions and lemon LaCroix. That's how I was rolling.
So good. Did you bring some of your own from home to the restaurant to make sure that you could have some in a timely manner?
No, I just have it like in the car on the way there and then on the way back. They're always in the mini fridge in the car.
You got the in seat in the Maybach. You got the little in the armrest cooler.
We should do kind of like we did with Chris Farron, the show me your fridge thing. We should do
Yes.
show me your car mini fridge, but I don't want to do it right now because I got the headphones and everything. But we'll do that at some point.
Yeah, it's fair. Yep.
Well, okay, just
Mine's
before
parked on
we
the other side of the facility, so I can't actually get to it.
before
now.
we bring on our very special guest, I wanted to circle back real quick on last week where we did all of our waters.
Yes.
And we did some canned water, liquid death. We did boxed water. We did Fiji, those bastards Fiji. We did Evian. Did we do one more, or was that it?
Evian,
cool-
Fiji,
cool waters of the
boxed
ages.
water. Boxed. Did you say
And it was-
boxed?
Yeah, we said boxed. And it was
Right,
pretty
that's it.
unanimous that we begrudgingly liked Fiji the best, right? Wasn't everybody kind of
Oh
on that
yeah,
page?
hurts so good. Those villains. Yeah,
Yeah.
It was 100% across the board. Fiji was the taste test winner.
But there was something that I did not even consider in the equation that I just wanted to kind of put on everybody's mind to think about. Check this out.
This is liquid death, a mountain or sparkling water that comes in a can. I want to know if you would actually drink something that was called liquid death, because I would never drink that water. And I'll tell you why. The molecular structure of that water is no. And if you don't believe me, you can study the works of Dr. Masaru Emoto, who talks about the molecular structure and even studied the molecular structure of water and how its intentions can affect us.
Emoto believed that the human consciousness could actually affect the molecular structure of water.
Emoto's experiments involve exposing glasses of water to various words, pictures, or music, then freezing the water and examining the frozen crystals under a microscope. Meaning that the water's intention has the power to either heal us or make us sick. If you want more information, check out his book, Hidden Messages in Water. It's a great read. Can you imagine what the molecular structure of this would look like if we saw it under a microscope? Yeah, I don't know if it would be super pretty. But anyways, do your own research, come to your own conclusions, and like and follow for more. This is liquid death.
I mean,
Dear
food
own-
for thought, am I right?
Wow. Drinks for thought. Do your own research. Why?
That we got to
after
get that book.
compelling
We got to
video?
get that guy on the show.
I mean, it was a New York Times bestseller according to the clip art at the top. So let's see what could go wrong.
Now, I haven't done my deep dive on this just yet. I'll wait to ask him on the show my, pointed questions. But is she trying to say kind of like that the intention of liquid death is bad, so hence the water would be bad?
Right, being exposed to the words liquid death. The water sitting in a can, and on the other side of that aluminum is a label that's been heat sealed to the can that says liquid death. And people are picking it up and going, liquid death, that's strange. Water, what? And so it's hearing itself called liquid death. Oh my God, it probably is. It's internalizing that. And so its molecular structure is, of course, changing. into probably cancer cells. I think that's probably where she was going with that.
But okay, I wasn't kind of on this ride actually until you said the people looking at it and being like liquid death, like, and then putting that out there, and then the water internalizing that. That kind of makes sense to me. Like, our listener last week that had the canned water in the really sleek UK white can that was from the same place as Liquid Death.
Yes, and it was called. I think you're here. More 88. It was called.
Go.
I think it was just called like can of water.
It was great. Yeah, can of water or something like that.
Something like that.
But so same water being tapped at the exact same source, same cans, I'm guessing as well. But and yet one of them might make you sick. That's really interesting.
Yeah, it's fascinating evidence.
Anyways, if anybody knows that guy, let us know in the chat right now, or if you're related to him or something and it's weird in the chat, just send us a message at totallyBeverages@gmail.com.
Yep. If you've had that book, like if you found it like left in a pile of textbooks or something when people were like moving out of your dorms or something, and you grabbed it and saved it, maybe float us a copy of that thing.
That's fantastic. Well, I think we should bring up our guest. I'm very excited. We got a friend of the show tonight, JoJo.
Oh, we do. We do indeed.
Some might say the number one friend of the show. I mean, all I know is his member is bigger than the month of December. Give it up for my man, BDT.
Wow.
Let's go, BDT.
Thanks for the intro, man. Hi. How are you guys?
We're pretty good. We are
Pretty fucking
pretty good.
So, I mean, it seems apropos, but you guys were at, I mean, so in my other life, I produce audiobooks, and the first
Your
audiobook,
other life outside of this episode of this podcast.
yeah, my other life besides being a guest in this podcast empire, and that book by Masaru Emoto, The Hidden Messages in Water, is the first audiobook I ever produced. I have a copy of it in the closet right there, but it's buried too deep for me to pull it out.
Okay, just a minute, because I feel like, listen, we get in the flow on every episode. It seems like this is flow to the next level, though. This almost feels like a stunt that we just did on purpose. This was not a stunt. Can you confirm that, BDT?
I can confirm because I got very excited when I saw that TikTok and I heard the name and I knew what she was talking. I mean, her science, I got to say, exhibits maybe a misunderstanding of what molecules are. But yeah.
Who could say, though?
Yeah, no, who would possibly know? But yeah, and honestly, your assessment of what was going on there, if that is correct, science, is that the right word? Sure.
Yeah. Please.
Is exactly correct. Like that it's saying it to the water that is the problem. Because in his book, what he does is he says things and plays music to water as it's being frozen. Then he takes a picture of the ice crystals that form thereafter. And the relative beauty of these crystals is reflective of the words that were and sounds that were expressed to them as they were achieving their crystalline state. Which really just comes down to, like, apparently water doesn't like heavy metal music, and it makes ugly crystals. And if you tell it you hate it, it makes an ugly crystal. He has photos.
Yeah, well, I was going to ask, because you're working on the audiobook, but you have the book, obviously. There are photos in the book.
There are photos in the book.
Not in the audiobook.
No, there are no photos in the audiobook. It was a difficult audio to produce. Well, yeah, I mean, it was a hard message to convey in words.
And what else is the rest gist of the book? What is it? What is the end takeaway? Is it that we should all be nicer to water?
God wishes it was so coherent. Yeah, I mean, if you really want to be kind to what's going on with it, yeah, it's. You're all made of water. We're all so much water. Be good to the water. It's positive intentions. We did this book right after The Secret.
Hold on. Hold on. Okay. This is going to feel like a stunt as well. JoJo and I both dated Bethany. That's how JoJo and I...
Author of The Secret, as you know.
Author of The Secret. That's why we have the vision board.
Yeah, she put that in our heads.
Yeah.
In our hearts. For a time.
Is that... Well, I have a... Bethany.
Yeah, Bethany.
Which Bethany?
She's the secret lady.
Yeah, she wrote The Secret. She's it's a mononym.
And we both dated her, and we didn't even know it till later. It's kind of a crazy story. That's neither here nor there, though.
I have a question about with this book. Did he ever at any point in it like go to Antarctica or anything and find out where like Shackleton's like crew, like half the crew?
Oh, where the
died,
Shackleton
like
Ross Sea Party bailed down into the ocean,
or like where someone fell into a crevasse and was like, "Oh shit!" and like scrape some of those ice crystals and see what happened.
You know, honestly, I don't know. His next book was about the vortexes of Sedona, where he moved to the interseas of 7 vortexes in Sedona, Arizona. Or maybe he only got 4 of them on his property. Anyway, he abandoned his family and moved to Sedona.
Wow. Did he just like spin around in a circle with like hot tea and just do this?
You know, that sounds about right. I it's been a while.
And wait, was that book, could it have legit been a New York Times bestseller?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a pretty niche market that they've got. You know, New York Times bestseller is a broader term than you might think.
Go on. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
That's a different
it seems
podcast,
inappropriate. I'm sorry.
It does seem like an important.
You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Let's just say it's broken down into micro categories.
Subcategories. A lot of number ones available.
BDT did. Is this guy like a big author? And also, when he went to Sedona, was it on 3 questions? 1, is he a big author? 2, when he went to Sedona, was it just for a project? And 3, is he alive?
1, in his micro field, sure. But no, not really. I don't know. I mean, I don't think he's still got a book contract. 2, no, it was to abandon his family to move to Sedona, Arizona. He talks about it in the book. And 3, yeah, probably.
Okay, so we can get him. So are you our hookup to get him on the show, I guess?
I can't imagine a better hookup for you, but I'm not positive I can make it happen.
Great.
All right, we'll work on it. We might have to put him on the vision board. Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah,
well,
go for it.
I
BDT,
hear
let's
he's walked through vision boards. He might enter the show that way.
Depending on where it is in the vortex, yeah, absolutely.
That's a good point.
He might show up tonight. BDT, is there like a
fucked up.
text you could send right now?
Is there a thing we could do if we go like this and
I mean,
You
Like
go like,
this?
wait, you go here and then I go here. Do you know what I mean?
we make sort of a star? Well, sorry, I moved
something
away
like
from
that.
you.
Okay.
We'll get it
no,
right.
probably not. I mean, I have an aunt in Sedona, but I can't imagine that she's hanging out on his exact vortex right now.
It's
Oh,
probably
so
hard
you
to
think
line
he's
those
still
things up.
down there in Sedona? Yeah.
He seemed pretty into it.
You don't think he has another family he's abandoned down there?
It's been a while. Who knows?
Well, BDT, it's been a while since you were on the show last time. Let's do a quick like Bev profile recap. The one thing that I remember from the last time is I keep in my head I have dirty chai latte or something like that. That when I think of you, I think dirty chai latte. Is that right?
That you were correct. Then I have since mostly removed the dirt. Just trying to coffee's the devil at times.
Oh yeah. I was like, is that coffee? But the latte, there is coffee in that, isn't there?
No, I mean the chai latte is simply it's the milk that makes it the latte.
Oh, so it isn't
aspect.
coffee.
It's the foamed milk. The dirty is a shot of espresso.
I got it.
So gnarly.
Yeah, it's really good.
I'm sure.
I mean, depending on where you go. If you go to Starbucks, it's just this cloyingly sweet thing. But if you go to one of the 5 coffee shops by my old place in Los Angeles, there's some good ones.
Okay, well, I guess let's start. Let's start in the morning. Maybe that's a teaser of what's going to replace it. Unless Jojo, do you have a question, or should we start in the morning?
You can start in the morning. I think it'll come back.
Okay, you waking up?
I mean, speaking of teasers, I've really gotten into a pretty absurd level of loose leaf teas. Yeah, I mean, so there's still some chais in the mix. I've got a few loose leaf chais. Really been deep into some Earl Grey territory for a while, to the point where, well, I just ordered 2 pounds of this one particular loose leaf tea I ordered 1 pound and I got 2 pounds. So that was a bonus. So yeah, I've been ordering teas from as far away as London on a regular basis.
Far away of foggy London.
Yeah. And they stole it from somebody much farther away.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I mean, I've been deep, like there's a lot of these Earl Greys. There's this one that's kind of a citrus creme Earl Grey. Most of the creme comes from vanilla flavoring, I would imagine. But yeah, so I've got every morning is a loose
creme?
leaf. Yeah. I mean, it's got a creamy flavor.
Okay.
Earl Grey de creme, Earl Grey creme. That's you call it cream if you wanted to be
I do. I think.
Luddite.
Wait, are you popping one of these in the morning?
Well, so yeah, so I mean, brew up a big loose leaf. I've got I do it in a French press usually these days, though I do have some better pour over style things. But the French press one really works pretty well because I like to have some extra that's a little more bitter later.
You're not using one of those is it called a diffuser? What's the little?
It's called an infuser.
An infuser, the dipper. You don't have a fun novelty one that looks like the Titanic or a little person you lower into some hot
Just a little
water.
like a deep sea diver kind of guy.
A little yellow submarine one or anything.
I have a travel one that I don't use that much. I do have I have a camping infuser that I can also use for coffee. But I find that I like a little bit more going on with the tea. So I like to pour in a little bit more tea than maybe an infuser is really going to handle.
Oh.
And if you let it sit, I'll do
really
like
stuffing it in there.
Yeah. No. Because you don't want to squeeze
not the infuser.
tannin.
Sorry. Yeah.
You don't want to squeeze the tannins out is the problem.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I do that in the morning. I'll do and then I've also, the ones from London that I've been getting, these rose teas. Fortnum and Mason Puachong Rose. Look it up. It's good shit. From, I believe it's the oldest department store in the world, or maybe in the Western world. Who knows?
What's the name of that place?
Fortnum and Mason.
Oh. Now, wait.
Fortnum and Mason,
just
Rose, what?
Rose Puachong. Puochong, I believe.
Oh,
BDT.
It comes in a
chat.
really nice little tin too.
What's
certainly does.
the
This is
caffeine
suitable for
situation on any or all of these?
All of these would be rated on a T scale as a medium caffeine, which I really can't tell you what that means.
Okay.
But it's it feels like a smoother caffeine for me. Yeah, so I mean, I've been having that with a little bit of honey and some sort of cremage.
Cremage. Are you adding your own cremage, or is this like a twisted situation?
Whatever creamer type thing that I might have around, which lately has been Oat Milks.
Oh, interesting.
Any particular brand?
Well, because I whip through a lot of these, it's been Costco.
Interesting.
Because I have a lot. Yeah, so that's the every morning that, and honestly, I've also been accompanying that with a like about 8 ounce glass of some sort of kombucha.
Oh, what are your go-to brands and flavors on that front?
I can't remember the brand. It's that one. But the go-to flavor is Gingerade.
Is that the
Yeah.
GT one or whatever?
That sounds right. I think that's right.
Yeah,
They also have a trilogy flavor.
trilogy one. Yes.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Jojo, do you want me to? Is now a good time? I know it is now a good time for.
It feels like we're in the flow. By the way, if you all want to know what the flow feels like, did you notice we tried to feign enthusiasm when BDT said he used Costco oat milk? Because we already knew that. So that really was like some phony shit that I was trying to feed into the show. It doesn't work. But when it's really flowing, like with the fact that he did this audiobook and we had no fucking clue, that's when you know.
That's when you know you're in the flow.
So
Yeah, sorry
let's
to interrupt your
let's
Bev.
get back in there.
Your Bev profile, BDT, but JoJo has something that's very relevant to this.
Yes, indeed. This is the Bev moment of the week, courtesy of star of stage and screen, Mandy Patinkin.
Oh, is that Mandy Patinkin? Yes.
Certainly is. Just at his dinner table here. Look like that, a Caesar
go.
salad.
I thought it was kombucha, but it looks like it's kombucha, raw kombucha. But let me tell you something. This is the miracle drink. This is like the advent of penicillin. I love it. Yeah.
This
I
video
did
was
think I
edited
was shaking
down.
it up in the car, and it's fizzy, so it exploded. So I won't do that again. The most powerful kombucha you can buy. That is the standard I set when I bottled my first batch of kombucha in 1995. If kombucha is not raw, then it's not the real deal. I'm going to be the spokesman for this product. You watch. Hi. This saves my life. It'll save yours. Kombucha.
Why is he so married to the heart?
Wow, that's
K
really
on
good.
C?
I don't know.
can
It's
feel
really.
all that healthy bacteria just going to work in my tummy. I hope you let it get into your tummy too. It's tummylicious.
Wow.
Kombucha. Before the end of times come, have a bottle of kombucha. Everywhere you go, have a kombucha to know.
There's a lot of cuts in
Everybody
this
knows
video.
kombucha.
So many.
You can get trilogy, you can get gingerade, you can get all the flavors in the world today. It's kombucha, kombucha. Want to improve your love
Wow,
life?
it's a real triple threat.
Kombucha, kombucha. For tomato,
He's still going.
not tomato, tomato,
Looks like he's going for a while longer.
Aledo, and fall in love. When you fall in love, stop
That
getting
0.5%
people
of
champagne.
alcohol
Get a
really
bottle of
hits Mandy
kombucha.
pretty hard.
It's the
It
way
hits
to
hard.
go. I got a case with my new car.
Is that true?
No.
That was a liar.
Oh,
What the hell? Is that an Inigo Montoya action
Yes,
figure?
It is. It is.
What's your name? Are you serious? Kombucha. Kombucha.
You're a really good kombucha daddy.
Well, I love my kombucha.
Wow. This brought up a lot of questions more than answers. Number
right.
one, I think, on everyone's mind is what about this changed his life? Do you have any insight on that, BDT?
Did it change yours as much? Did you have a day like this?
Yeah.
I mean, no.
Is it a
I did
honeymoon
try
phase?
to. I did try to make my own for a while, which went okay.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean,
My wife's been doing that too lately. It's
Oh,
great.
yeah?
I
Does she
killed
have a-
her. I killed her starter while she was out of town for 2 weeks.
Oh well, that ruins what I was just going to ask, which was, can I have some of her mother?
No, no, but we're working on another one.
Okay,
wanna
good.
get that other
good. It's
mother.
hard to, yeah. That's the thing. I mean, I did have to take some antibiotics at one point a while ago, and it really messed up my mojo, and that helped. You know, like I feel like the kombuchas, really it really helped, like rebuild those biotic the biotic system within my gut.
How much
Yeah,
is
I don't
too
know.
much and how much is too little? Like, could I be rocking this once a week and when I see a benefit to it, or is this like a everyday thing that you need to do? And these are spendy. Which ones are you getting, and how do they come in
Well,
packs?
so I buy the very large bottle, which is what, like half a gallon or something.
It seems huge, a big glass bottle. I think that's right.
Yeah, I have a lot of them now because I can't get rid of those glass bottles. Like I feel like I need to do something with them.
We should make some of those tornadoes.
Yeah, cool. We can make a lot of tornadoes if you like. I mean, I think you need to do it kind of regularly, but you know, I mean, if you just need, if you feel like your internal biota is rocking pretty hard, maybe you just give a little kombucha infusion once a week or something. But no, I mean, I do a little bit every day, but you know, it's also got a decent sugar content to it, so if you pour too much of that down the gullet, you feel a little jittery.
Gotcha. And so, are you having that before or after the tea on a day that you're having it?
Mostly I'll have it right before. Kind of first thing, pour that up. You know, like a lot of people do a lemon water type thing. You know, it's got that kind of acidity vibe. Yeah, so I'll
We'll
do
wake
that.
you
Like
up,
just
a little
kind of
pep.
Yeah. Just throw that back, a little bit of burn in the back of your throat, and then just follow that with a nice soft caffeine infusion from my various Earl Greys.
Okay, so are we approaching lunchtime now? What's happening?
I mean, honestly, you know, I'm really nursing that tea all day.
You let it get cold?
No, I have 4 different Yeti containers that never allow anything to get cold or hot.
Just regular.
Yeah, it's always regular. And then I'll refill it after the first one, and so you know, or I sometimes do a 32 ounce, the 32 ounce Yeti if I really want to rock a heavy day. But yeah, I'll probably sip on that thing until like 3 or 4 in the afternoon, honestly.
Okay.
Unless I'm kind of stressed out, then I'll finish it by 1.
I have a question.
Yes.
You moved from LA up to the mountains, right?
Yeah.
Any altitude stuff that's
great
affecting
question.
your beverage profile or your vessels in a way that you were surprised by or that you need to account for?
I mean, honestly, it should affect my vessels, shouldn't it? I hadn't even really thought about the. I mean, I tell you, I don't buy the kombucha down the hill and then bring it up because it gets real fuzzy up here.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But it has to get up the hill at some point.
Oh yeah, but it settles back down. You can tell though. Sometimes, boy, if it's just been brought up recently, you get some real fuzz, like just all over the place, bubbling.
Interesting.
Wow.
Okay. All right. So lunchtime, you're nursing tea through lunch. You have a sidecar of water happening at all in any of this time frame, or are you just rocking that tea?
I generally will pound the water when I have the water. I've also, if I'm feeling like I need a hydration, I've been doing a lot of those. What are those? Liquid IV packets.
I've been so curious about this. I hear they
Yes.
have them at Costco.
They do, and they are much cheaper at Costco than anywhere else.
Tell me about Liquid IV. What is it?
Powdered Gatorade.
Aha.
Basically, but they have a patented formula, or maybe it's patent pending, for their particular brand of potassium salts. I was introduced to this by a friend of mine who's a former NFL football wannabe, I guess he never really made a team, but he had a lot of tryouts. And he was way into football, played like professionally in Europe and stuff. And
Sounds like
soccer.
he wasn't as hydrated as he needed to be, maybe.
maybe that was a problem. I'm sure it wasn't. It wasn't the knee or ankle problems. It was probably the hydration.
It's too dry out here.
But yeah, he's like the most fit person I maybe have ever known. And like he moved to LA to become an actor, and if he took his shirt off, he could just be in the 300 like tomorrow. Just grease him up. He's ready to roll. And so I was like, I want to look like that. And so yeah,
We all want you to look like that, BDT. Grease you up.
God. Could you imagine?
You need to do some more push-ups. But yeah, so he kind of introduced me to that and it was really more of a hangover prevention cure thing.
And
for
they kind of market that's an angle in their marketing, the hangover kind of thing, I think, a little bit, right?
It's a good angle.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
it's a highly effective product. They claim that it is worth, that it increases your absorption of the water you drink by 3 times.
What is it? You're saying it's powdered Gatorade, so it comes as a powder. Is it like individuals, like a little straw thing?
It's it's just one of those straw packets. Yep.
Okay.
I mean,
Does it have a flavor?
There's a few
plain?
different flavors. There's passion fruit. There's lemon lime. There's tangerine. Tangerine comes with added vitamin C bonus. There's strawberry, which I find kind of weak.
Tangerine is the only one with vitamin C. So it's an
well-
actual made from. Is it?
It has like it has some sort
tangerine
of
product in it?
immunity boost to it. Which
Okay,
is
gotcha.
Probably vitamin C.
When you're at Costco getting it, does it come in a variety pack at Costco?
No, you have to make a choice.
They have multiple choices at Costco?
This feels wrong.
Depending on what Costco you're at, they'll have 2 or 3 of them because then they also have a
Very rare.
They have
Very
an
rare.
energy version of it, which is a green tea. It's like a matcha in there as well.
This feels like a very strong Costco endorsement to me for some reason, because it's very rare that you see the same product in different flavors.
Yeah, usually it's the multi-pack or one.
Nah, they'll have like 3 different, but it's usually like they'll have the just hydrating one. They'll have the one with immunity boost, which is always tangerine, as near as I can tell, and then they'll sometimes have the energy one, which is adding matcha.
Interesting.
That's
Okay.
wild.
Well,
Great.
This, it's funny that like the powdered matcha thing. Do you remember the 10th Avenue Teas episode we did of the podcast?
Yeah.
That was the whole thing with that product. It was like it would dissolve in water as like an instant tea situation.
Yeah.
So do you ever hit the energy one?
I've had one once. I've never bought it in bulk.
Does it taste tea like?
I mean, it's got that little like grainy matcha-ness to it, which makes you. That's how you know it's doing something, because it kind of sucks.
Wow, shade at the matcha. Who knew that was coming after all?
I
that
mean, it
tea
has like
talk?
sweet. It has sweet to it and everything too, which covers up some of that dirt flavor. I'm not a green tea person.
This
I
has been
like
important
green tea
information
and
to have.
I like
10
it in
minutes ago.
theory. I like it in theory, but it kind of like, I don't know. It feels too intense for me. Is that a
Intense how?
thing? It's caffeine heavy, something like that.
Is
Maybe
it more
messes
so
with
than
my
black
stomach. No, they say it's not, but I tell you, it feels like
Hits
it.
different.
And it hits my stomach real bad.
Yeah.
Which bothers the food parts of my life, but we don't talk about that here.
No, we don't.
No, sorry.
So, where are we in time and space, getting back to your Bev profile?
Well, we were at lunch where I might occasionally hydrate.
Love it.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm usually rocking the tea. I'll do a little hydration, maybe some water. I do like water. Well, I don't like water, but I'm good at it. And so I'll just pound a bunch of water, and then we're on to the rest of the day, which involves more tea. I mean, I usually don't make a second batch, but occasionally I will.
There was a question earlier on from somebody before we got all caught up with Mandy, but from Kim Sheeran, how much loose leaf tea makes it into the final cup? And how do you feel about that?
Good question.
So if you have a good strainer or like infuser, none. But if you're rocking if you're rocking a French press, you'll always get a couple. And I like to eliminate them right at the beginning with a little spoon and just kind of pull it off, or maybe just like a tiny little bit of a paper towel and kind of soak it. You do that thing to
like
get
you're
it out of there.
fishing for grit.
Yeah, like when you used to wait tables and had to get that out of people's coffee so they didn't see it before you brought it to their table.
Wow. I never did that.
Oh, it was a good trick. You just use a napkin and it'll suck
That's a great
capillary action of the napkin will suck the solids toward it, and then they stick to the napkin. So,
Oh, that's great.
Dang.
yeah. So not much. I mean, I try to not much, and I feel pretty bad about it, and I won't always finish the bottom of my cup because of the chew factor of some of that extra loose leaf.
I'm okay with that.
You're okay with the chew?
No, him not doing
Oh
it.
yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
thanks. It's better for my teeth too because it's a real tooth stainer.
Yes.
That makes sense. That's where all the grit lives.
All right, so
People
mid-afternoon.
are going off in the comments right now.
Take take us from after lunch through dinner.
Okay. So I'm finishing a tea. It's usually done before dinner. It's always done before dinner. Not that it has to be. I'm fine with more of that. But and then I mean really it's just waiting until I can crack a beer.
And what kind of beer are you having?
I mean it's really just been it's been an IPA life for a long time now. I mean I lean real strong hazy. I got a few just regular pale ales that I like.
You can shout them out here if there was ever a time.
I mean, it's just such a world, though. And when it comes to a straight pale ale, the Lake Arrowhead Brewing Company has an excellent pale ale. Their IPA I actually find kind of shitty.
Oh, but the regular pale is where it's at.
Really nice, yeah. I've got to watch out for the hop varietals because I'm allergic, I think, to a few different.
Whoa.
Simcoe hops make me sneeze. I can tell if they're in a beer.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I went to did a real deep dive into single hop beers and figured out which ones got me. So yeah, I mean, it really depends on. It depends on the budget. It depends on the day. It depends on Highland Park Brewing has some of the best hazies I've ever had in my life. Their Cloud Party is just fucking fantastic.
Interesting.
Can we see what's in your fridge right now?
Sure, but I'm going to warn you that due to inflation, I've gone a little bit mainstream on some of the beer selection.
Oh, we're fine with mainstream.
We're good
pro
with
mainstream.
mainstream.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I was being all.
You got
Deep
classy
diving.
with the shout outs. I think that's good though, because the mainstreamers don't need the shout outs. I think it's good that you named a few that may even feel that you wish you had right now. Feeling a little aspirational in the moment. I'm here for it.
Yeah, some Almanac. I'm really digging the Almanac Brewing's Love Hazy. That's a really good one.
This does kind of feel like the moment, though, where BDT is shouting out all these cool indie bands, and he's about to open up his fridge, and it's going to be
So
Limp
U2
Bizkit.
poster and
Straight U2. Yeah, that's where I was going.
BDT, do us a favor. The link that we sent you that got you here, pull that up on your phone and see if we can't get a fridge cam going real quick.
Let's see what we can do. Pull out my phone here. It gives me some tips. All right, we're gonna. Okay.
Smash that join
Smash
button.
that thing.
Now I'm gonna have to.
Oh, it's coming up. Yes.
Yes.
Here we go.
Yes.
Oh, wait,
How
no,
do
it doesn't
I-
get you. Here we go. I'm going to
I'll
mute your
see.
other one.
Yeah.
You're good. You don't worry about a thing, BDT.
Thanks, I won't.
Boom shakalaka.
Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum-bum. We're on the road with
So I'm
BDT.
supposed to. Okay. You
Ooh.
gotta do it here. Can I hear you here though?
Yeah.
What if his voice was
Can you hear
super
us?
high pitched when he was
Well,
on the
BDT,
phone
don't put that on the
cam?
camera. Did anybody see that?
No,
I don't know what it was.
It was fleshy. It's just not appropriate.
Oh
This
yeah.
is fun.
Okay, so I can barely hear you, but this will happen.
Oh my god.
I like your mountain
Love your
vibes,
place
by the
here.
way.
This is great.
Oh, what?
This is mountain
That
vibes.
Swedish style fireplace.
Yeah.
There we go.
I can see it in the background there. Okay, here's a refrigerator.
Very nice. Okay, let's
Look at
start at
those
that bottom shelf
drawers.
down there. What do you got down there on the left there?
Yeah.
We got
It's
two bottles of that
Bundabergs.
kombucha.
Oh.
Wait, is that the big glass bottle you were talking? Can you twist
Yeah.
one of those labels?
There
Oh,
it
sure,
is.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Okay.
mind.
I feel
Which
like
flavors do you like?
It's just ginger ale, man, all day, every day.
Ginger ale. Okay.
I love it. They do, and they're like $8. It's not. It's
Hey,
really
buddy,
not.
where I live, they're $9.
How long will that last you?
That's a Mountain Premium.
About a week, maybe slightly less if I'm hitting it hard.
Okay.
You know, it's an indulgence. Let's see what else we got. We got some real lemon, real lime juice for various times when I don't have fruit. Some soda. Oh, my refrigerator's not going to like being open, by the way.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You're well
And then
stocked. I
there's-
appreciate
What's on
that.
that? Is that what's the right with the black bottle cap?
Oh, that's a Soda Stream.
Oh, nice. You got a glass or plastic bottles on those soda streams?
Those are plastic. I'm sorry. But if
still
you
make-
wanted to upgrade me, that's cool.
we're
didn't know they
we're a
made
real
glass ones.
non-judgment zone, just so you know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry.
Great. Okay, what else you got in there?
Let's see. We got. Well, there's other things. There's some food things. There's an extra. There's a
We'll
bottle
skip
of.
those. Is
There's a
that
bottle
eggnog?
of eggnog that somebody left in my guest house at one point.
Oh,
At one point,
Yeah,
Is it-
probably near wintertime.
that's fair.
in uncracked.
No, God, no.
Are you gonna drink it?
I mean, I wasn't planning on it. I'm pretty lactose intolerant, but it could be fun. I think it's really stiff too. It's probably like a.
Bring that back up with you upstairs, but with our oat milks, okay?
That's a good
Yeah,
idea.
sure.
And what else you got?
Well, there's really beverage wise. We've got.
There we go.
I got the beer drawer. Some Lake Arrowhead Pinnacles Pale Ale. This is the good one.
Nice.
Firestone Mind Haze IPA. Decent. Some people really like it. I find it decent. And some Hazy Little Thing, which I would give the
Nice.
same review to.
Some people like it, but it's just all right.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. It's not bad. And beverages wise, I think that's it. But we do have a hot sauce wall.
Hot sauce.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Look at that.
Maybe
I honestly couldn't even tell you how many hot sauces I
Th-
currently have.
you know, this just feels like almost like another episode. Why don't you just show what's an MVP right there, right now? This
Oh
week
yeah,
for you?
El Machete Mexican Molotov.
Mamma mia.
That stuff is fantastic. I actually added a little tiny splash of vinegar to it to get the last of it out of there.
Oh, that's a nice hack, by
That's
the
a
way.
good. That's a solid hot sauce hack.
Oh yeah. Depending if it's a vinegar base, but it doesn't even matter. You know, all the El Machetes, the Manifesto, really good. And then the pepper plants. You can't go wrong with your pepper plants.
Oh, I
like
love the
those.
pepper plant. I
Yes.
forgot all about the pepper plant.
Yeah, and I mean,
Oh,
we got a peach cayenne in here. We got a lot going on. But if that's a different
fantastic.
episode, we can make that a different episode.
Yeah, we'll come back to this. What a great teaser! What a fantastic teaser!
And a tip. That's
And
all
a
we can
tip.
ask for.
Yeah, bring that eggnog with you.
Holy
All
crap.
All right, I think we should wrap up your Bev profile, BDT, because I think we should get to the main event, guys. I think we need to start sipping on some oat milks here. Before we do that, BDT, is there anything else on your mind with your Bev profile rounding out the night? You know what I mean?
You're muted.
Oh yeah, let's unmute him. Sorry, we had you muted for a second.
That's
Go on.
fine. I said no. Yeah, no, at the end of the day, I mean, no, it's some couple beers. If I'm going into the hard stuff, it's just going to be mezcals of various types.
Smoky.
Smokier the better, preferably. But they don't all have to be. Sometimes it's
How you
just
drinking
like,
those if you're drinking one?
how you giving it to me? Now mostly on the rocks. A tiny little bit of squeeze of lemon. Maybe if I'm trying to make it last, I'll put some of that. Put some of that Soda Stream soda, just splash in there.
Beautiful.
But we're trying to live with the real flavor of it.
Love it.
Love that. A little highball.
Yeah. And then and if I've had too many of those, then maybe another liquid IV before I go to bed.
Fantastic. All right, gentlemen, let's do this. Let's get into some oat milks. This is another thing. Once again, we have a theme going on the show that, since we've been gone in the 5 years, has blown up. Oat milks are everywhere.
Blown the frick up. It is now the second biggest milk alternative on the planet behind. Can anyone
I
guess?
guess soy.
I'm going to go almond.
It is almond.
Really?
Yes. Oat
Almonds that big?
Oh, and oat milk is unseeded soy.
Well, I
is
mean,
pretty fucking
Wait,
wild.
what does that mean exactly?
of course.
It's outselling it.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said... Never mind.
Oh, you were talking about seeded almonds? Is that what you were thinking about?
Seeded.
I'm thinking about
Hemp.
nothing over here. All right, let me get let's see what we're working with today, y'all.
I really don't want this bottle of eggnog.
Oh, you're going to try that.
It's going to help you exercise all of the oat milks you're going to drink right now.
All right. We got a silk.
Exercise and oat milk don't go together, I don't think.
We got a silk oat original. All right, that's one of the ones we got. We got our, the Oatly. Love it.
Wait, now let me see that Oatly.
Did you get regular?
That's full fat.
Hell yeah.
All right. I should have gotten that one.
What'd you
You
get?
didn't get this one?
I got regular.
Isn't this regular?
Isn't this regular?
No, that's full fat.
Okay.
What? I always
No,
thought the blue
because-
one was,
this
the,
one's
was
light.
the reg.
Oh, I
The
think
blue
light.
one is also, I just want to point, I mean, this is a different cam and the light's bad, but see, this one doesn't have the D8 where we go. Yeah, it doesn't say full fat.
Oh, interesting.
Fucking
Yeah.
fascinating.
Well, we're going to have some other
Mine
differences, I
doesn't
think.
either, actually.
So
Okay,
I'm the
good.
only one that has full fat.
Okay.
I could
Got
have
it.
gotten it. I kind of wanted it.
BDT, that makes so much more sense to me because I didn't know what you were talking about. I knew what you were talking about with the silk, but that one I was like, that looks like the exact bottle I have. So that's why I
It
didn't
does. It's a
acknowledge
slightly-
it.
That is weird.
Yours is a
It's just
slightly
darker?
slightly darker blue.
That's a
That
mistake.
seems crazy
That's a
that they
branding
wouldn't
error.
make it more of a different. All right, so we got the Chobani. And then we've got our Costco brand, which we have already heard that BDT is all about.
That one's the most Repo Man looking branding. It just says oat.
And then this one, I realized that on the picture that we put out, I got the shelf stable TJs, but they also have one in the fridge section, which I think is the picture we put up. So some of our listeners might have that one. I don't know if there'd be a big difference between that. Maybe if in the comments, if there's an oat milker that does TJs that's tried both, please let us know.
Well, I'd like to know just because there's only 2 ingredients on the shelf stable version. So I wonder if there's more or less. My guess is that there would be more ingredients from what I've seen on these in the refrigerated version.
So which one of these feels right to jump into first?
I have an entry,
Yeah.
and that would be Oatly, because not only is it the biggest name, the founder of Oatly invented oat milk.
Really?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that written on a bench once.
That's crazy. They did go hard on the bus ads, at least
Yeah,
in LA.
yeah. I meant
You're
that
not
for
wrong.
real.
I
Yeah.
know. You're not wrong. That is a fact. Which is what made me, and I feel like there was a thing in like 2019. It was just pre-pandemic. All of a sudden, they clearly like blitzed coffee shops, where it was all of a sudden a thing that was available. You could get oat milk, anything. And I think I don't know this part factually, but then that was the thing that then drove it into retail stores. Like that it was just a thing that as people started asking for it in coffee shops, then they would start asking for it in their grocery stores. Because if you saw it's like this classy thing that you could get as a latte or whatever else, and you're seeing just this brand as like the ubiquitous one, it got it really like leapt to the top of the charts. They're Swedish.
Now, did they have the barista blend? Because I've seen a coffee shop that had an oat milk that was called a barista
Yes,
blend, and I
yes.
wasn't sure if that was Oatly.
They
Now
I
some-
think they make one. There's Califia Farms or whatever. That one, they do a barista blend.
Can we go over the difference between what I got, the full fat, and yours on the nutrition facts real quick, gang?
I'm pretty sure I know what it. I bet it's ingredients based.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's read the ingredients on yours.
Should we read them at the same time? Count of three.
1, 2, 3. Oat base contains 2% of less of lower acid rapeseed oil,
Hey.
dipotassium phosphate, calcium carbonate, tricalcium phosphate, sea salt, dicalcium phosphate. There's three different types of calcium phosphates: riboflavin, vitamin A, vitamin D2, vitamin B12.
That seems pretty similar. What about calories per serving?
120.
This is 160.
Mama.
I feel like these are going to be pretty. Sugars.
7.
Same.
Wow.
Sodium.
100 milligrams.
Same. Saturated or total fat.
5G.
Okay, so this is 9G. Okay, so these will taste a little different, but
Serving size is 1 cup.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's try some of this, though, right?
Let's do it. Give it a good shake. I think all these need to be shaken.
I just like that it's distributed from Times Square.
Oh, that's interesting.
Well, 220 East 42nd Street, which is basically Times Square.
Yeah, that seems unnecessary. Is it near like Port
HBO.
Authority?
It's right by the old HBO offices. I shook. We all shooked, right?
We're all shook.
Yeah.
All right. I have these real fun highball. I'm pouring into these things.
Sorry, I labeled mine because I feel like I'm going to forget what's what. This has like a, I know the lighting might not be good, but this is definitely not as white as milk. It has a little tint to it. Would you guys agree?
Yeah. I also have to say these little dongles are that are on the plastic. I have a thing. Anytime I rip one off, you probably saw me if you're watching on camera. Was it just go?
Are you just?
I always want to lick off whatever's on there. I don't know.
That sounds like
I
a
don't-
you thing.
Yeah. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that again on stream just for future episodes. Okay. So,
Almost no nose on my end.
I got a little nose.
Nothing at all.
Yeah, nothing.
God, this is so many beverages.
Oh, weird. So I've never had oat milk.
You've never had it at all?
Really?
I don't think so, unless maybe I've had it. Oh, this is
Yeah.
pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Generally speaking, I'm a big fan of oat milk as far as alternative milks go.
Yeah. I have a lot of affection for it. Wow, look
There-
at all this support
that's pretty
in the
deep.
comments.
Oh, that's great.
Unbelievable.
There is a dustiness to the aftertaste of it that, I mean, kind of reminds me of the dust from Cheerios, which makes total sense.
An oatness.
So you do get a little bit of that.
Cereal milk.
Okay.
I mean, if you're eating Cheerios, I will say the Oatly, because I kind of know what we're going to see for some of these. We had a very, I think, on point comment about viscosity.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess that Andy's viscosity is about 4 grams thicker than ours. Well, but also Andy's very on the label. And it has that what does it have? MCT oil in it.
I don't know.
It says it on your label.
Sunflower oil.
On the front, Andy's actually has where ours says 100% vegan. Andy's says something else.
It's got DHA omega-3.
DHA. Okay, yeah.
Oh, so maybe that's it. Maybe they're just adding omega-3s to it.
Yeah, that's I think how they're getting the full fat vibe on it.
Okay. Well, I guess before, or maybe we'll get to this at the end. I do want to talk about just like the pros and cons of the milks, but like let's actually stay on track with the taste test first. I think.
All right, what are we hitting next?
I think I want to go silk. I'm gonna put this over here to the side.
All right, so the silk I got because I couldn't find straight up silk.
Yeah.
The silk I got is your oat is the extra creamy.
Oh, so you got extra creamy. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I wish I did.
Well, this is nice. At least we'll be able to kind of know the difference between
the viscosity.
Yeah, the viscosity. If there's like a big difference, sort of.
I also bought a lot of cereal at the grocery store in anticipation of having all these open oat milks.
This is what I want. In the comments, hit me. What am I doing with
Hey,
a
Jojo.
full 2 gallons of oat milk now?
I got you.
Oh, see how that goes.
Oh, well, that one's got a lot going on.
This one looks to be whiter. It looks thicker in the glass, but not as foamy.
I mean, my lighting in here is
This has
very warm.
a sweeter smell to my nose, I believe. I'm excited to try this one.
Yes.
Oh
you're
yeah, there's a
absolutely
lot.
right.
No, I can actually smell this one.
Oh, also 7 grams of sugar. This has the same nutritional facts as Oatly.
Huh. You know what's funny? And my higher, whoa.
Oh my.
Yeah, there's a lot more sugar in this one. And then when I looked on the label, there's a lot more sugar in this one.
This is a good comment.
What do you got?
Freeze the oat milk into ice cubes for iced coffee.
Oh, that would be delicious.
That sounds great.
Okay, my thoughts. This one feels.
Lizzie.
I mean, this is a weird comment because all these are so processed. This is just processed food to the next level. But this one feels more mainstream processed, like big box to me.
It tastes less oaty to me than the Oatly. It's got less of that back end. It's sweeter, for sure. Though at least my full fat version is. Though honestly, if we're the viscosity question I think becomes like a comparative issue, and I have to say this extra creamy that I have from the silk is maybe slightly less viscous than the.
I think
the
so too.
Oatly.
Thinner.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The sugar's more forward. I feel like this is a bit of like the Pepsi to Oatly's Coke that it maybe hits people. It's maybe more immediately pleasing, but that over the long haul, you want a little bit of that, the Oatly's oatiness.
Gosh,
All right.
I think it's a really good analogy.
Let's go Chobani.
There we go.
Hitting our half gallons first.
Chobani's. Maybe I shouldn't even say what I'm bringing to the table, but I'm going to, just so you're inside my brain. Chobani, they're not known, they're the yogurt company, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I feel like they are a premium yogurt company, and I feel like they only got into this if they could make a good product. So I have high hopes for this one.
Oh, see, I think they're just backdooring their way into a market that butts up against their primary market.
But I don't think they do it unless like Maybe they did the R&D on their version, or maybe someone brought this to them and they were like, yes, this is good enough for the Chobani.
You got a lot of faith with that guy? I mean, he had a TED Talk.
I didn't even
quite
know that.
gray.
Yeah, this is a different color.
Oh, yeah, this
They
is
all look
grayer.
white when I hold them up to the camera, but trust
No,
me,
this is definitely got
no smell.
I might have to up the lighting next time.
nothing.
Here for the Bev cam. Okay. What's this have on the nose?
Nothing.
I got one sentence to say to Chobani.
Fuck yourselves.
This is dust. This has more oat dust in it. I feel like, if that makes any sense than the others.
Wow, there's a real there's something to be said with the sheeting and legs on these.
Legs. Yes, the stained glass. What do they call it?
Yeah. I mean,
Wine tasting.
I don't know. Legs
right.
was the only term I could think of.
Got
Though I will say that Chobani was got a real. It's a real. There are no legs to the Chobani.
Chobani needs
That
to
one-
stick to yogurt.
Yeah, that one's not doing much for me.
I mean, it's got
10
the
calories.
oatier vibe. It's like it's oatier, but it's not as sweet as a silk.
Yeah, I
No.
think that's spot on.
Only
But-
10 calories less, same amount of sugar, and a gram of protein less than the other ones. What's the point?
Let's go. I want to go TJ's.
Ooh, it has gelin gum. Almost the exact same ingredient list, but then there's gel and gum. Okay, now we all have this? I have the shelf stable.
Of the TJ's?
Yeah.
Yes, and what's really of note here is that this is the smallest amount of
This one has no ingredients.
lists of any of them, which is kind of crazy, and I
You
find
doing
interesting.
TJ's?
Yeah, TJ's.
Yeah, it says hydrolyzed oats and water, but I'm gonna guess that the word hydrolyzed is doing a lot of work. Oh, it's got
Don't
like
use
a
this for infant formula. All right, dog?
They all say that.
That's terrifying, honestly.
This one has the least on the nose to my nose.
I already can tell what I'm thinking of this, and I kind of knew this already.
This one's the darkest of the bunch, wouldn't you say? And also looks the most viscous.
Oh, least viscous.
In the
Wait, is viscous is
thick.
Oh, sorry,
Thickness.
least viscous.
Yeah. This
Oh
is
yeah, this looks
looks
reconstituted.
It
Now,
looks
this one
gross.
is called non-dairy oat beverage. You'll note it is not called a milk.
This is horrible.
It's really bad.
It looks bad.
Okay, I hope is anyone in the chat
Let's hit it.
No.
It's horrible, right?
Ugh.
Okay,
This is like someone put white rice in a cup.
I feel like this is like the first, like when the Oatly guy was first developing oat milk, like this feels like his first draft.
Does anybody in the chat have the refrigerated one? And if so, I would love for them to type out the ingredients and just let us know their thoughts in general on it, because I'm curious.
Candy Newton might need to get into the hot seat.
Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, so Candy Newton. Candy, if you have any in the fridge, I'm very curious.
There's some major shade going on in the chat to the Silk family of products.
Yeah, wow. Love this.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, let's hop in real quick to the Kirkland Costco one, because I'm very curious. I'm very glad we're doing that on the heels of the TJs, because this is another this is another shelf stable.
It's shelf
one.
stable.
Exactly.
It's got a hell of a lot more ingredients, though.
So yeah, that is okay, but this has the same nutritional profile as the other oat milks. This is definitely.
Oh, and it's got. I mean, your viscosity test is. I'll put that back in my.
Okay.
It's sweeter.
Has a definite. This is the most unique to the nose. Stands out to me.
Yeah.
It does have something going on. I'm not sure what though.
It's definitely different.
There's no identifiable
I do
smell.
not like this one at all. No, not for me.
Oh, I like this. You know what? It has a similar buzz to shelf-stable milks. Do you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like
Yep.
the European, I don't know what that flavor is.
Yeah, I'm going to guess it's one of the stabilizers.
Right.
Ergocalciferol. Oh, wait, that's just D2. Yeah, I don't know. I wind up using this stuff a lot as a mixer in my teas, so I lose most of it. It's got a bit of viscosity to it.
It does.
I will tell you, after this, I might change up my tea game a little bit.
Oh, let's hear it. Where's that? Where's that going?
I mean, really, I'm going to have to. Well, just drank the last of it, but
Can you guys
doesn't
can you
have
pull
doesn't
that? Can you
have
pull that
any of
container out of the trash and tell us what the ingredients were?
now that they're all sitting on the table, to me, the Trader Joe's one looks disgusting compared to the other ones.
Looks
There's
like
a
dishwater.
there's like a different hue to it.
Well,
Let's
and
all
it's-
circle back to Oatly for a moment, if we can.
If I ever give when I give both of my children a bath, it's like that color.
Okay,
It's
so
disgusting.
I'm just like looking at what's left on the walls of my glasses, and the TJ's has left like chunks, like not chunks, but like dusty chunks, and has like nothing.
Not the
Yeah.
words you want married to each other, that's for sure.
Dusty chunks? No.
Solid bar brand name, but not a great.
Oh yeah, I mean, but
Beverage
they're just
descriptor.
yeah, they know every Bon Jovi song.
Dusty chunks.
Oh my God.
They're playing Arrowhead this weekend.
The
That's the kind of bands we would have.
Yeah, these are. I have to say, this is. I feel like we've already gone so long saying this. If this was another milk alternative, I'm drinking these pleasurably. I'm just sipping on these. I would not be doing that with soy or almond milk. That is
So
for
I find-
damn sure.
I find these to be so far and away the best milk alternative. It's just not even a contest. And somebody asked about oatmeal. Yeah, I've been doing the rolled oats occasionally with, or steel cut oats with some oat milk on the top afterward, which I think is like technically not kosher.
Literally.
Well, you know, I mean, that was kind of a joke about boiling a cow in the milk.
like what if I had Oatly with Cheerios? Is that not kosher?
Shit.
I mean, like from a kosher standpoint, I would think maybe not, you know, because like you can't have beef with milk.
Interesting.
I don't know. You tell me.
It is worth. I mean, okay, most of these, Jojo, you bring up an interesting point that these are very sippable compared to other milks. But let's be honest, these are going to be used in smoothies. They're going to be used for cereal. Can we talk about cereal on this show as far as these are concerned, or does that feel off limits?
I mean, I think I don't want to just listen cereals. What's your end game here?
No, I'm just curious. Is this like, would this be good with cereal compared to milk? Well, I guess that's a different show, sort of.
I'm going to say yes. Well, no, the reason where it is because I'm already enjoying sipping this because I like to drink my cereal milk. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And so I'd gladly, I mean, it's just going to be doubled up.
Now,
Yeah, one or two of them already taste like cereal milk.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the health of it all and the manufacturing of this. I know there's a lot of controversy about almond milk and how much water it takes to make almond milk. Like, what's the nutrition on this stuff? Like, is this one of those things that 10 years from now, oat milk is banned because we find out it's horrible for us?
Not to my understanding, my limited reading on it was that it is more environmentally friendly than most milk alternatives, certainly than soy and almond milk, that it doesn't
Takes significantly less water to
Yeah.
make. Yeah.
Okay,
really
that's
grow
good.
the crops, and I think that they're more because it's just oats. I don't think they probably don't take as much to like mature, you know, where like almonds, you need almond trees, you got to harvest these almonds. Whereas like,
Yeah, almonds already take like some absurd number of gallons of water
yeah,
to make
it's
each
the
almond.
problem. It's the problem with water consumption in like the world.
Oh God.
Is that the nog?
Yeah.
You did the nog?
Wow, unceremonious.
And
I mean, we could do some more, but just had to get some. I had to get that Trader Joe's bullshit taste out of my mouth.
Wow. So what was the what you got going on?
Oh. I mean, it tastes like if you had turned a couple different kinds of booze into plastic and then added milk.
Oh God.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah, I'm not even joking. It's made with a fine selection of rum, brandy, and American blended whiskey.
jeez.
I just want to point out that I don't believe American blended whiskey is a thing. There's some Canadian blended whiskeys. There's certainly blended scotches, but I have never seen an American blended. It definitely tastes like oh my God. Yeah, it tastes like the bottom of a floor of a whiskey factory.
That sucks.
Yeah, no, it's really bad. I do not recommend the Winter Haven Farms eggnog. I mean, granted, this might just be bad. I don't know how it's been in there for a while. I can't imagine it.
It does
goes
feel
bad.
unfair too.
You guys, there an expiration date on there?
I was looking for one. I don't see one. No, I don't. I really don't. It's crammed full of goodness with real dairy cream.
Again,
I like that
This
it
is
doesn't
making-
say with real cream.
dairy cream.
Yeah, like I feel like some of those adjectives are doing something. And it's 30 proof.
Okay.
Ugh. Good God.
Well, let's circle back and let's each rate these.
Okay. Do you want to
Jojo,
hear
you're
the
up
ingredients?
first.
Do you want to hear the ingredients? I did manually type in that URL for the Trader Joe's milk.
Oh.
The refrigerated one. It's got all the stuff. Water, hydrolyzed oats, contains 2% or less of sunflower oil, calcium carbonate, dipotassium phosphate, sea salt, gellan gum, xanthan gum, citric acid, tricalcium phosphate, vitamin A palmitate, vitamin D2, riboflavin, vitamin B2, vitamin B12. Bro.
So it's basically the same thing. I mean, the only other one that had gellan gum, I believe, was Chobani, right?
That sounds right.
Yeah. But those are all just, I mean, what's odd is those are stable. Well, those are emulsifiers for the most part, which are going to give it that creaminess. And obviously, the regular shelf stable has no emulsifiers.
Dude, it is.
Honestly, which oat milk would make this nog taste better?
Yeah,
Well,
you're
that's-
getting a
you're
request
getting
to do a
requests in
little,
the-
nog and a half. But Jojo, let's hear your rating of these.
Which end do you want me to take this from?
I think let's go tops to bottom.
The
this
best
time.
is Oatly. It is the most tasty. The second is the Costco. Even with the stabilizer tastalizers, I'm kind of into it. I can see it being I could see it making it into the rotation, especially because it's shelf stable. I've been getting that was a big pandemic plus for us in this household, is like having things like chocolate almond milk for our wee ones in the shelf stable boxes so they can be put away and not taking up that precious fridge space. So these other containers are kind of too big. So that gets bonus points for that. Number 3 is going to be Silk, though I wouldn't buy it. Number 4 is Chobani. It tastes gross. And number 5 is Trader Joe's, which is, I'm not joking. I wish I could like white balance this for you, because I am now seeing those crusty lumpkins in the glass, but the color of it, there you go. That's it. That's the real color. If I hold my ghost white skin up in front of it, you can see the actual real-time color of the Trader Joe's dishwater.
Oh, yoy. All
That's
right.
my ratings.
I love it. That's good. I'll go. I got Oatly up top, hands down. The That one feels nice to me. I'm excited to try the regular one versus the full fat. I feel like I'll try both of those to see which is my daily driver. I'm excited to try that one as a milk substitute.
I just went back to the Chobani. I'm so right. It is not good. Sorry.
Second, I'm going Silk, but as with you, I'm not buying it except in a pinch. Third, I go Chobani. Fourth, I go shelf-stable TJ's.
Are you shitting me?
And dead last, I go Costco. There's something about that Costco one that hits me in a real bad way. I can't stand it.
This Trader Joe's one is so bad, I feel insulted for Costco.
That's how I feel. BDT, what do you think?
Rank them in eggnog edition order first.
Well, so actually, I've been going through it here. I will tell you, so far the Oatly is winning on the eggnog edition. It's like the Oatly almost made the eggnog taste palatable. The Oatly is by far number one. There's just no question.
Yeah.
Now, most of my oat milk life revolves around tea and adding it to tea. So, I mean, I'm kind of playing with that in my mind. I'm looking at these and thinking which ones I'm going to add to my tea in the morning. So, with that in mind, and with the wrath of the world behind it, I'm going to put Silk second because it's a nice neutral. It's got a creaminess to it that works. It's not adding a horrible flavor to my beautiful refined teas. For third, I'm going to go Costco. I like it. It is a hell of a flavor, but I'm used to it maybe. I don't know. It's got a nice thickness vibe to it. It works. It works fine. I have that on cereal. It's not bad. And that's kind of what I want my milk to do is just get out of the way. Chobani's horrible. I was mad at it from the beginning. Oats and whatever yogurt have absolutely nothing in common. Stick to your lane. And the TJ's is absolutely terrible. It is a horrible, disgusting looking, feeling, and tasting beverage.
I don't even like the packaging.
No, it's actually almost creepier than the Kirkland just straight oat because it has this little like happy thing. Like I'm not going to drink this with a straw.
No.
I'm actually not that mad about the Kirkland oat.
I'm not either. No. I mean, it's just weird at first, but I can be friends with it.
It's got a Nordic vibe.
Someone asked for a price breakdown, and I can't speak to the Costco, but I think by volume, if you're talking about these half gallons all around, they all range between $4 and $6. I think $5.99 was like the sticker price I saw on things, but kind of, everything was on sale. Most things were, but I think most non-sale prices was like $5.99. Yep.
Yeah, the Costco was a deal. Those came in right under $10 for a 6-pack.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Costco is
bang for
cheap.
buck.
Yeah.
The Trader Joe's, I didn't pick that up, so I don't know, but I'm assuming that that's the cheapest of the bunch if you're buying single servings.
Oh, single serves. Yeah, I think the Costco might wind up being the cheapest. Of the bunch.
For sure. Yeah. The Costco must be the cheapest. Yeah.
So if even figuring that two of these is the same volume as it's a half gallon. Take two of these to be a half gallon. Even then, that's under $5 for the two of them. So it's like $3, something like that.
Yeah.
Solid.
My stomach feels unhappy right now.
Oh.
In an interesting way.
Go on.
Not in a like I have to go to the bathroom type way, but like it just feels a little unhappy.
This Chobani is garbage. I just tried that with that nog, and oh my god, it made the nog worse.
Oh no, no, it is bad. It doesn't mask anything.
Oatly for the win. I'm proud of Oatly, and that's like I'm excited to try that. BDT, I think you owe it to yourself tomorrow to try every single one of these in tea. You know what I mean? Report back to us to see if one is just the king.
Yeah. No, absolutely. To answer that question, of course these are chilled. What do you think, we're crazy?
Even our shelf stables.
All the
chilled.
shelf stables were in their fridge there too. Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
We're not insane. Though I have actually done the Costco warm in my tea before.
Sure.
I tried it once warm on cereal. And well, I'm still alive.
Okay. solid endorsement. Very good.
Yeah.
You're going to question about the expiration date on that.
Yeah,
Nog.
I'm still looking. I don't see one.
It might not have it. Most booze doesn't. And as someone I've made,
I mean, it's 30 proof. I mean, that's so yeah.
Yeah, it's killing anything that's in there. I've made a lot of eggnog I'm a big fan of doing that. Make it with just like the egg yolks and egg whites.
Oh,
They
isn't that
say even
adorable?
that can get better with time. I've never fucked with that. Once it starts to look
Nothing,
weird,
nothing
I'm
like
out.
egg yolks plus time.
Yeah, that's what they say. And but yeah, there's enough booze in it that it will kill off anything and make it into weird little egg white ghosts that just wisp around in there if you just let it settle. So
There is like one little black chunk of something floating around.
I don't know
here.
if that's supposed to have that. But
Yeah, no.
I tell you though, I mean, really, the nog is only palatable when mixed with the Oatly.
wow.
Yeah.
You should write them. I feel like it's probably an old Swedish trick.
Oh yeah, they probably do a solid nog up there.
Yes. Solid nog.
So predictions, is there anybody else that could enter the game? Because this is it's interesting that Oat Milk has entered the game.
Quaker.
I mean, first you had your soy, you had your coconut milk, you got
Yes.
your rice milk, you got your almond milk, cashew milk. They were the last to the party, and yet the best, which is interesting to me. Is there anybody else that could come into this game?
Quaker.
You talking brands or you're talking
No,
about
I'm
nuts and
talking
stuff?
nuts or product. Oh, I am seeing a billboard for like something called Not Milk or something that we might need to check out on the show.
I've seen, there's Malk. That's when I saw, like, it's a Simpsons reference straight up. I don't know why or what it's made of. But sure, I bet people could, sure, something's going to come along.
The why is the real question.
Yeah.
Pistachio milk is supposed to be taking off.
Are we serious now?
It's got to be so hard to crack all those.
Yeah, and if peanut milk is a thing, could you make like pinto bean milk?
Oh God, can you imagine though how allergic people are to that?
That's what I'm wondering. Could you just get into some other legumes?
Yeah. I don't want anybody else to enter now that I think about it. Like walnut milk?
It's where is that? It does feel like
Too
there's-
high in tannins.
when there's just too many. There are already too many choices. I think there could be ones for dietary reasons. Like it made sense when you had these things that are like, well, rice milk was a thing, and if it's not for ecological reasons or for like specific dietary reasons, it does feel like this really is yummy. And I think
Yeah.
they've kind of cracked the creamer side of things too, with these like barista blends, and then some of those things that are really more like kind of half and half alternatives.
And they foam well compared
Yeah.
to these other options.
So like,
Garbanzo bean milk, isn't that basically just hummus?
Yeah.
strain that hummus. You sent us a video straining your hummus.
Hummus cheese.
You know what I'd also like to do? I'd
Cashew milk, I will give props to only in ice cream form.
Ice cream form.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
bomb.
I think we should do a blind shootout at some point. Maybe revisit our almond milk episode and see if there was a clear winner in that. I'd just like to do a real simple Oatly versus the king of almond milk, and just I'm curious
like an
what
almond
that.
breeze and whatever.
Yeah, like
Just an alternative milk championship round.
Yes.
You know what might be good? Maybe you do talk to a barista, and maybe you get the sort of like those barista blends of all of those milk alternatives. So there's kind of like it's kind of homogenizing those things a little bit.
Oh,
Interesting.
And it's just like, all right,
homogenizing your
what
milk?
is this? Homogenizing your homogenized milks, doing it all. Yes.
And I think we should do a deeper dive another time about like the health factor of milk versus oat milk versus almond milk. It is something that I'm very curious about.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
not
I can't
prepared
imagine.
to do it all today.
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean, I could tell you my thoughts on their ingredients, but no, I'm just winging it. Ooh, a froth off.
We need a froth off.
I'm in.
I think Oatly's going to win. I mean, just from what we're dealing, the extra creamy silk was not as creamy as the regular Oatly.
Oh right. Wait, you had extra creamy.
I had extra creamy silk, yeah.
And that did crack your top. That was your second phase.
I mean, of my second, but like I said, it's kind of lean and heavy on the adding to my tea factor.
Right.
Yeah.
Fucking interesting.
Well, keep us posted, BDT, in the next few days if you do.
Also, I
a
just
little
want
tea
people
flight.
I want people to know that I'm not going to buy the silk. I'm just going to use the one.
Get
I
off
have.
his back.
Yeah. You won't buy it. You'll use what you have, or you might steal it at some point. That'd be fine.
Oh
But you're
yeah,
never
yeah,
gonna-
that's fine.
You're never gonna buy it.
Yeah. This grocery store over here is already turned it into a real Erewhon kind of vibe. Anyway, I'll steal from them all day
Erewhon.
long. Yeah.
Is any? Did anybody? I want to know if anybody in the chat was playing along at home, and if so, do you want to jump into the hot seat and give your hot takes and ratings before we?
Yeah. Does anyone want to
Pull the
jump in the
plug
hot
here.
seat and read Brian's question and tell us what you thought about these milks? No press.
I guess what we should do is throw the link in there then, and just see
Yeah,
who will
let's-
leap on that grenade.
Let's throw a link in there, and then let's also check in on our sweet fella. Our sweet.
Yeah. As I said, we had a nice weekend with Snackers, but I had to send him right back to Ducky Daycare. It's my mom's visiting. As you can see, they've turned off the big lights. And there is Snackers.
I'm putting together what's going on here, but
It's nice they turn the lights down.
there's enough people with ducks that aren't home.
They have some there. There's a lot of homeless ducks.
Oh,
Unhoused
so they
ducks.
just kind of seed the proverbial pond with their own ducks. It's like putting
No,
a dollar
it's
in
more.
the tip
It's like
jar.
it is a daycare / sanctuary.
Yeah.
How many people on a given day are needing duck sitting?
I don't think too many. I'll tell you this. I've never said, but I always do ask, hey, do you have a spot? And they never have said no.
I do think there's more in our neck of the woods, just because some of these are Hollywood ducks.
Honestly,
You think
I know
there's famous
at least
ducks in here?
Yes,
I know at least two people who
course there
live.
are.
I know at least two people who live in Los Angeles who do have multiple ducks. So,
Hook us up.
and
Might be
that,
able to
that's not even
broker
talking
a
about
play
you.
date.
A play date. I would love that.
We should
Well,
actually talk. Yeah, no,
You
I
would
got a
love
musician.
watermelon
it.
pool.
Snackers would love it.
I got a musician friend you should meet anyway. Yeah, he's got ducks.
It's a date.
Wow.
I didn't know that till I went over to his house and I saw 50-pound bags of duck feed.
That's a
That
lot of
doesn't
duck
necessarily
feed.
mean he's got ducks. Just going to say, fool me once.
Somebody driving by the ducks.
Wow.
Probably. It's
That's
near a truck
actually.
route.
I think they just pump in. They have like an ambient noise sound effect.
Oh, there's watermelons. They got watermelons for these
They
ducks.
fucking
Yes.
go bonkers for watermelon.
They do go bonkers.
Wow.
Look at this. Crazy.
Did you, Jojo? Are you getting Snackers groomed this time for the weekend or no?
Oh, yeah, like a haircut? Yes.
Wait, a hair?
Not a haircut, feather. They kind of floof them up a little bit, and they make sure you. It's just kind of like it's more of a brushing. Because as the temperatures are changing rapidly, sometimes that undercoat they need to some help getting it out. It doesn't always happen naturally.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Oh,
okay.
shit,
Okay.
what's
okay.
going on?
They're just showing off now. Is anybody anybody want to jump in the hot seat? Doesn't look like anybody's clicking.
I don't know if
link.
we got a jumper tonight. That's okay. That's
okay.
okay.
That's all right. Maybe next time.
All right. We're going to have BDT read Brian's question then.
A jumper. We're not gonna. Yeah, that's a term that's not sticking. I would understand.
All right.
Jojo, let's get up.
Brian's question. So, as you know, Andy's brother-in-law, Brian, when we first did the podcast, sent us 100 questions. We answered all of those. When we talked about the live stream, he sent us 100 new questions. And this is one of them.
What exactly are the limits of hard seltzers? Is it accurate to label any flavored alcoholic beverage a seltzer?
Hard no.
Yeah, I'm going to say no. Like flavored alcoholic beverage, that's kombucha, my friend.
Oh. I think, where is our beverage compliance person? Are you in the chat tonight?
Wait, you have a beverage compliance fan?
We do. Yeah, we
Yeah.
do.
Holy shit, that's good stuff.
You have your malt beverages. You've got your seltzers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're all malt beverages for the most part. Even the seltzers are malt beverages, aren't they?
They can be, unless they're made with sugar as the ingredient that produces the alcohol, and then they get classified differently. But it's the same idea as a malt beverage or malt liquor, where it's like some kind of like a neutral spirit with like seltzer added. They add the carbonation after the fact. You know what I'm saying?
That sounds even worse than I imagined.
Yeah. I think like a hard seltzer is basically more of like a little canned rum drink than it is, because if it's got sugar in there, that's the active alcohol. But yeah, you're you're right though. More accurately, most of them are going to be labeled malt beverages,
like Zima,
like a Zima, like a Mike's Hard.
Yeah. What is Mike's Hard Lemonade labeled as? I wonder. Here we can.
I'm almost positive that's a malt beverage.
A Smirnoff Ice.
Oh God, you just gave me a hangover.
Here,
I got heartburn.
Now the heartburn is definitely from one of these milks. I can't figure out which one.
Money's on TJ, but I did drink all of the Oatly.
The original hard lemonade.
Oh man, there's some real
hard blue freeze. We should do a Mike's Flight.
Oh God.
All the flavor without the brain freeze.
Wow.
Mike's Hard Freezes taste like your favorite slushy flavors from back in the day. That's hilarious.
When you were a child.
That sounds horrifying.
Wow. Blue freeze. Red freeze. Is that just say white freeze?
I'm just gonna point
freeze.
and pink freeze. I'm just gonna point out those aren't flavors. Those are colors.
Let's go to their FAQ for a second here.
Check out the privacy.
Crafted to remove.
You got somebody in the comments saying that Mike's is a malt beverage, and I can't imagine that they're wrong.
Yeah.
What kind of alcohol? Did you see that was the question? What kind of alcohol is in Mike's Hard Lemonade?
Okay. We follow a simple proprietary four-step brewing process.
Bespoke yeast.
Ferment malt grains. Filter through proprietary
Fleischmann's.
filtration. Squeeze and zest lemons to produce superior natural lemon flavor.
That's
and
not
natural
true.
sugars. Okay.
So malt grains, malt beverage.
Gross.
Drop.
Is Zima still cracking?
No. No, I'm pretty sure there's an end date on it.
Zima clear.
Yeah, there we
malt.
go. Discontinued in the U.S. 2008, Japan 2021. You could have gotten Zima until last year in Japan.
Dang.
God damn.
Listen, I make a prediction. It will be rebooted in the States without a doubt.
Well, who owns it? Miller Coors. Yeah.
Could we get the rights to it?
Maybe.
I don't know what it'd take to buy Zima as a brand.
Is Smirnoff Ice still
That's got to still be a thing.
Karakalakin?
I mean, apparently you can buy it on Instacart right now.
Look, it says right there, Smirnoff Ice flavored malt beverages.
A 24-ounce bottle? Jesus Christ, what's wrong with you?
We got the comment that Zima was in Montana in 2018, a full decade after it was discontinued in the U.S.
What?
Honestly, having spent a huge chunk of my life in Montana, I completely believe that.
That's really funny. Okay. So that it feels like that. Well, wait. Are the hard seltzers White Claws malt beverages? Like, do they say malt beverage on them?
They do not.
They do not.
It does say hard seltzer.
Okay. All right.
Though a lot of I mean the process, it's the same. It is the same though, in a way. It's just.
I mean,
like,
I just want to ask Brian what he means by limits.
I almost feel like the question would have been better.
Two questions.
If it said a malt beverage. Because I think there's a much more flexibility of making a malt beverage, and I think whatever you dream up could be a reality. I think that's what he's saying is there's all these hard seltzers coming to market, all these crazy different flavors and different things. What are the limits to that, I think is what he's asking.
You mean only your imagination, Brian?
Yeah.
see in the marketplace. In your local beverage cooler.
Clause the law.
Have you guys done those yet?
I am the law.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was our
You
first
did.
episode back.
What one?
Thanks for watching.
We just did a flight of
did.
the different
I heard
flavors.
about it. Oh, just different flavors on claw. I meant like the different types.
We're trying to strategize like a big kind of March Madness of that kind of the hard seltzers at some point.
Because
Probably
my
March.
former football player friend bought a whole bunch of hard seltzers at the dollar store, and frankly, they were great.
Really?
Yeah, the 99-cent store over on York.
Wow.
Yeah. I can't remember the brand name. I don't think I had much of a brand name, but I just
We'll be throwing those in there for
future
sure.
podcast
For
episodes.
sure.
Also, can I just throw out there just on the audiobook front that tomorrow I'm working again with Ice-T.
What, what are you talking about? Wait, is this the connection?
Yes, this is the connection. So
Sorry, I know I'm
I
almost
put
done. I just wanted to say
put
that.
him on the vision board, having no idea that BDT was working with him, and then this happens.
Are you working with Kate Winslet? Are they working together, doing a two-hander?
I doubt that she's going to appear on this particular project.
Well, we got our work. I feel like we got our work cut out for
Fantastic.
us to get Ice-T on here. But at least, I mean, BDT, maybe you'll be our in to move him from there to here.
You can
I will do my
scatter
absolute best.
You know what?
To here.
Leave the Oat Milks out.
I also want to throw out there the thing I might want to actually help you get from there to there is that Pabst seltzer. I'd be into that.
Oh, we have
See what-
ideas.
Do you see what it is?
I mean, I just saw Pabst and seltzer. Is it pickle flavored?
It's weed seltzer.
Oh, fun.
There's no alcohol, just THC.
Oh yeah, those are great. One of my friends is really hooked on those.
He has a drug problem. She has a drug problem.
She has a drug problem. All right. Well, I think, gang, this is a perfect place to wrap up. Jojo, we need to wait. Where's the chat? What should we be doing next week?
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that.
We didn't talk about that.
I guess you'll have to follow us on social media to find out.
We'll get that up in the next couple days. We had a great brainstorming Bev sesh the other day.
We did. That was awesome. That was it was a week ago. The Tuesday morning, or no, it was a Thursday morning Bev storm. We did. People came in there, crazy in the flow in there. I feel like I have to share this story that we were talking about musician branded hot sauces after the Chris Farron episode, because he does have a hot sauce as well to promote his album Born Hot. And many other musicians have it. You got Dexter Holland from The Offspring and others.
He's got a PhD.
And someone in the chat mentioned that one of the new kids on the block has a hot sauce. And someone, I believe it was someone else in the chat, said, I used to work at that hot sauce company. And we brought Brandon, who worked in the hot sauce company, up into the hot seat that day. And we talked all about it. So there's going to be, that's certainly in the near future, without a doubt. But you got to keep an eye on those things. If you want to throw ideas at us, that's a great place to do it. We're keeping a big log of those and a BDT size log, some would say. And then we're going to go in probably, I don't know. There's been a lot of call for like the Coke Zero sugar zone stuff. There's been a lot of call for non-alcoholic IPAs. I feel like, but hot sauce is going to be in the near future too.
The entire concept of an IPA is more alcohol.
Yeah, it's interesting that they're kind of taking off. Like there's more non-alcoholic IPAs than other types of beers, right? Like they're having a moment, I believe.
I don't trust it.
Let's see. Can we try different college beers? Miller Lite, PBR, Natty Light, Bud Light. Oh, yeah, that's fun.
The one that was in the green bottle is called Mickey's. Yeah.
Well, no, there was also...
Weinhard's. Henry Weinhard's.
Well, that's a real West Coasty thing. And then there's the one with the blue label that was...
Labatt.
Shit. No, that's a brown bottle.
A green bottle.
It had a blue label on it. It was really bad.
Natty Ice? Bush?
No.
It's like the Lucky Strike of beer.
Yeah, it's not. It's like an old style or something. I feel like it's one of those really like ancient beer brands that is like best kept in
Milwaukee's Best. Someone in the comments just said.
No, it's not. Oh, Hams is fucking fantastic.
Oh man,
damn right.
Me and BDT
Rolling Rock.
drank
Rolling
a
Rock.
lot
It was Rolling Rock.
Oh, Rolling Rock. Yeah,
Rolling Rock. Yeah.
Shout out to.
Remember BDT?
Rex
We would get
Warren.
that 30-pack of hams all the time.
Oh yeah, man. Didn't we have a ham sign?
Yeah, I think we did have a ham sign.
Yeah, we had a light up ham sign.
Yeah. Speaking of ham, happy Easter to all those who celebrate. We could also get into like, you ever have caguama? That was the.
No.
What's that word?
It has a sea turtle on it, and it is like a 30-pack of beer that's like $8.99.
Is this from Hawaii? Where is this?
No, it was when I first moved to LA and I was 21. It was the cheapest, largest amount of beer you could buy, and it was like at Vaughn's.
That's amazing.
I would do a college tasting. I think we got that one's one we got to figure out. I do feel like that could even enter into maybe even in like a power hour situation. Like maybe it's a team thing, and you have to choose your college beer. And
that's
the
fun.
one you're doing the power hour with.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
You couldn't break up into 15-minute intervals, swapping them around. I mean, I guess you don't want to mix your boozes.
Same thing.
So if you wanted to do it, if you wanted to pick four of them and power hour with it, I'll quad power hour with you, and just
okay.
Yeah, I mean, since I can do this from home and just pass out afterward, it'd be fine.
Yeah, I feel like there will be a power hour part.
Absolutely,
for sure, that's happening.
All right, probably not next week, but one soon.
Yeah, follow us on T-Bash Live. We'll get those. We'll get next week's up, and then Jojo, maybe we will do another casual thing so we can knock out these Twitch days. Maybe we'll do that before next week too. So maybe we'll do like another Bev Storm session.
Indeed, another
to
Tapper
figure it out.
Twos.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
BDT, thank you so much for coming on. Thanks for showing us the fridge. Thanks for drinking the nog.
Thank you. I mean, the only thing I'm not going to thank you back for is drinking the nog because I don't know if you can hear my stomach, but it is not liking me.
You should mic it up.
No. Thank you so much for having me on. It's a real pleasure to be back, see you guys back here doing the thing. I'm very excited about it, and I want to get on some hot sauce.
Absolutely, you're a national treasure. We can't ignore that wall.
We will definitely see you soon and that wall soon, without a doubt.
Thank you, gentlemen.
And on that note, Jojo, are you ready?
I am.
Okay. Go fuck yourself. All right, gang. We will catch you next week. I was trying to get the ducks up. I was trying to get our boy up.
There
Good
they
night,
are.
snackers.
Good night.
See you later, buddy.